Welcome to Master the Game. I am Juce, and I'm here with Paula once again. And today is day 9 of RPG a Day, and the word is critical. And this is a critical video because this has to be up tomorrow. So let's get started. Welcome to Master the Game. I am Juce, this is Paula, and we are talking about day 9 of RPG a Day, critical. Now, there's a lot of different directions we can go with this. I don't know about you, but I've been going back and forth on a couple topics with this.
Okay.
One of them is the popular Critical Role. I could talk about that.
Okay.
Or I could talk about a critical fail.
Yep.
Or a critical success.
Yeah.
So I'm going to go with the story time because I think story time is more fun. And I want to talk about critical fail for me.
Oh, man. That's what I was going to do.
Do you want me to do something different?
No, it's fine. Story time.
All right.
Let's do this.
Story time. Like in those story time things.
Story time. Okay.
So I was thinking about when we played in the Tomb of Annihilation game with Andre.
Uh-huh.
And no matter what, if you rolled a critical fail on an attack, the weapon broke.
Yep. This is exactly what I was going to talk about.
Yeah? Oh, okay. Well, luckily, I don't think it actually impacted me other than like some mundane weaponry. But our monk
Oh, yeah.
broke his foot, broke his other foot, broke his hand. I don't know. I don't remember exactly.
It was crazy.
Yeah, I just remember at key times he broke something.
Yep. No, because I broke my weapon at the very end. Do you remember that?
I don't. As the paladin?
Yeah.
Was it magical?
Yeah.
Was it that magic axe thing?
Yeah, I broke a magic axe. And I was so dumbfounded when it happened because, like, in my experience,
magic items don't
when
break.
you're playing, like, magic items don't really break, right? I mean,
it's a house rule of his.
yeah.
He kind of waited to tell us till mid-campaign. Like, we were like, wait, okay, so everything's breaking. That's fine. 5% chance of breaking something. But
yeah, it was just like it was too much for me, I think, because it was frustrating because you don't. So then you're sort of at this crossroads, right? Especially when it comes to like encumbrance rules and logic. Mm-hmm. You know,
and Tomb of Annihilation already being difficult.
Yeah, logically, I can't carry 18 swords and, or, a longbow, like multiple longbows or something like that. Like,
right.
This becomes a situation in which you can't logic your way. Like,
it wouldn't make sense.
Yeah, your carrying capacity allows you to, but it just doesn't fit into a logical scenario, right, in your head.
Right.
So, and then you're in a situation, especially in Tomb of Annihilation, where you are way far away from the city for extended periods of time. So, you're out there, you only brought, a couple swords, maybe a ranged weapon with you, maybe one, like, dagger or something like that, some sort of miscellaneous other weapon.
You totally hijacked the story. It's okay, though.
Well, this is what I was going to talk about, though. Uh-huh. And then your main weapon breaks, and then your backup weapon breaks, and now you're borrowing weapons from other party members that you're breaking. And it's just like...
I'll give you this story. This will be your story.
It's just not cool.
So is critical fail breaking a weapon every time too OP? What do? Do you roll on a chart? Because I've seen some pretty good critical fail charts.
Yeah.
I like to do that. Well... in my head, I already have in my mind, if it's a low roll on this, because I'll roll for it as the DM. If it's a low roll, they just miss and they have disadvantage, or my enemies have an advantage on the next attack, assuming using 5th edition. Or if it's kind of a mid-tier roll, maybe they just drop their weapon. And if it's like a high roll, maybe then they hit a friendly if a friendly is within range. Now, I'm not going to have them hit a friendly that's 30 feet away, but it still has to make sense. But if that's the case, I might say they throw the weapon, and now not only is it not next to them, it's 3 squares away or something. That's kind of how I always tend to do it. Sometimes I reverse it where like low means it goes really far. So that's what I do.
I roll d6.
Mm-hmm.
And like 1, so essentially like if you, roll a 1 again,
mm-hmm.
right? So, then maybe like your weapon breaks, and then I'll make it, like 2, 3, 4, nothing happens. 5, you might, if there's somebody near you, maybe you hit them or something, if there's something that could happen, like in some sort of encounter with this person or whatever. It depends on who's near them. And then, 6 could be like that they just drop their weapon. Right. So I don't know. 5's always the toss up for me because I don't like to, create friendly fire, especially at low levels. But sometimes it could be, too that maybe they're hitting another monster near them as well. Like,
that's a little bit advantageous, though.
I know, but it's sort of like an off thing.
So with skills and saving throws, there is no critical fail or success. Technically, by the rules of 5th edition, there is no. There is no, like, if you roll a 20, that does not mean you succeed on a DC of 30, which is supposed to be near impossible.
Okay, so I get that. But, like, critical fail, you still, like,
I give crit fails and crit successes on skills.
You still, like, bit it.
Yeah, see, I give crit fails and successes on skills and saving throws.
Yeah.
Always. I just do. I think it makes it more fun. It's harder with saving throws because it kind of depends on what the situation is. Like, is it a trap? Did they roll a crit success? Okay, now that trap not only broke, but, maybe you were able to salvage some parts or something. I don't know. Or maybe because of it, you rolling a nat 20, maybe you find like a weapon or a ring from the last person who was killed by the trap. Maybe it was underneath it or something. But I don't have a lot of people roll crit successes on traps and stuff.
Yeah.
It just doesn't happen.
It's because you don't do enough traps.
I do traps. You guys never search for things.
Am I going to, like, search every wall?
No.
When you get one
it has to be the top drawer. Like... You have to explicitly say the top drawer of the desk. I don't know. I'm just giving you
in the top drawer of the miscellaneous
in the back
desk,
corner.
In the corner. I'm going to check and see if the bottom
is a
of
false
the
bottom.
Drawer is a false bottom.
So anyway,
I'm
so
sorry
I guess
you didn't specify that. It's clear enough.
Right. So I guess that's your story then. We'll let you have that one. So the other way I was thinking of going with this was, like I said, crit fail successes and things like that. I want to know what people use for charts for these things. Like, do you use charts? Yeah. And then also I've seen, because in the DMG they've got like permanent damage tables. Like, oh, you cut your eyeball got stabbed or something, or you cut their arm off. Oh yeah, it's really cool.
Really?
But they're permanent. And there's there's things that happen to you. And I know DMs who, anytime a crit happens to you, there's a roll on that chart.
Oh my gosh, no.
I know, that's pretty drastic. But if you want a more deadly 5e, that would be a lot of fun. You just have to be willing to do that. But it would be cool. And it changes things so drastically.
No, I'm not game.
I know you're not. Game it ruins your power gaming.
I'm not game. Like, what if you cut my arm off?
That sucks. You'd have to look at the chart. I'll show you later. But it's got some interesting stuff on there.
Oh, that's too harsh.
Like, oh, you cut their leg off, or you damage their leg so it's immobile, and they just so happen to have been a rogue and stealth was important. Yeah, now they're automatically disadvantaged on stealth.
What, are they going to wheel you around?
No, you're disadvantaged on stealth, I think, is the thing in there. We'll look at it. It's interesting.
Oh, great. Now my rogue has like a permanent
so here's the other thing, though. I've seen people do it where, not necessarily on crit fails or successes, but they do it when you drop to 0 hit points. And I like that. That's something I'm probably going to do in a future game, where if you are dropped, almost as an incentive to not drop, then here you go.
Well, like if there
permanent injury table,
if there isn't
or madness.
Another incentive to not drop.
Right now there isn't, like, so with healing word and things like that, when you drop to 0, it does not mean you're dead. The only people in the world who think that are Tomb of Annihilation game people. Other than that, nobody really thinks that who plays 5th edition.
No, I mean...
Healing word is like automatic up and good to go.
Yeah, but people who might play 5th edition
it's a first level
with, like, you playing a cleric, Like,
most
you're gonna
people
die.
No, most people
You're
nowadays
gonna
know.
die.
If you're playing with a
Game
casual
over.
person who doesn't know, then it sucks.
Game over.
But if you're playing with people who know what they're doing, it's near impossible to kill people. It really is hard. It's true. Play Tomb of Annihilation with Andre, Brian, and me, and then give us whoever else you want. We'll never die.
Oh, that's a challenge.
You know. But yeah, so...
You'll probably die.
Yeah, maybe.
You'll die.
Yeah. Oh, there was that one time where a critical success happened for your brother, I think, when he got the one-on-one combat with the dragon, half-dragon dude. Mm-hmm. That's a big... It was the Horde of the Dragon Queen module that I kind of ported over for our homebrew game. Remember that?
Oh, yeah.
And you went through and there was, like, the dragon attacking. And, like, people don't realize this, but that... Well, a lot of people do, but that half-dragon has, like, 60 hit points, and you guys are at, like, first level.
Oh,
yeah, and he hits harder than you guys, too, I think. So, that crit that he had was huge. So, anyways, that is that then. We talked about day number 9, critical. I hope this was a critical success. I hope you crit that subscribe button and that like button and leave a wonderful comment below, which we'll do a read along hopefully soon about our first 10 videos and their questions. Sunday's 10 videos and their questions. Sunday's day 10 though, right? So 9 is Friday.
So I guess we have to do it on Monday.
No, Saturday is. So no, we could do it Sunday.
Okay.
So there's only a few, but we'll go through the first 10 videos worth of questions on Sunday, and we'll do that reaction
There are
video.
questions?
Or not questions, but
Just comments?
mostly comments, one
Okay.
criticism that I've seen, and then, yeah. So it'll be interesting seeing all your thoughts.
Oh, okay. TBD.
Right. So anyways, if you want your comments read, comment below. And yeah, that's it. So this was Master the Game on Juice. This is Paula. Game on.